Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite 3.5 books, The Player's Handbook 2. I like this book because it offers a lot of options. Tons of options. Some decent advice, and some new classes. Specifically, it starts with the Beguiler. Now, the first time I looked at the Beguiler, I wasn't overly impressed. Because the spell list for this class, and it's got full up to 9 level spells, 9th level spells, is very limited. It's Beguiler, it's very, an enchantment stuff. And enchantment spells have never been my thing. But it's an intelligence-based spellcaster that has 6 skill points a level. Now, for example, you play a human, you take the Able Learner feat, which gives you access to all skills, and you could start first level with 44 skill points if you have an 18 intelligence, which is not hard to do, and if you play Pathfinder, even easier. So this has got some real potential for not only being a full caster with the ability to use all kinds of magic items and create magic items, but you're going to be a skill monkey in a big, hairy way. It also opens up the concept of what about having other really focused spell classes, limited spell selection like this has, but focused on another school. I think it's a nice idea. I think I may pursue it at some point. The next class is the Dragon Shaman, which may just be the best support class in the entire party, because it has something called auras. And an aura is it's an at-will ability that lets you affect all your allies in a 30-foot radius around you. And for example, you can create an energy field, which means any enemy that hits one of your companions or yourself takes damage based on the level of the power you have. You can give people a bonus to damage whenever they attack someone. You can improve their ability to perceive things through their senses. You can give people the ability to have a buff to their bluff, diplomacy, or intimidate checks. Each of these things functions until you activate a new one, and as you gain levels, you get more and more of them. You start with 3, I believe. Awesome. At 4th level, you get a breath weapon. Now, I think the breath weapon should be changed to start at 1st level, because you get a saving throw against it. So say if you had it be the same as the Rogue's sneak attack, I think it would be a little more flavorful, and it would still top out at 10d6, which is what it tops out in the regular version. I think it would just be a little more interesting. Very good support class. Got die 10 hit dice. Great second string fighter. Next we have the Duskblade, which is a spellcaster / fighter. I wasn't overly wowed by this. We have a number of these in the game already, and but it wasn't badly executed, so I would think it's worth a read. Then we have the Knight, and I have never ever understood the Knight class. Knight is a title, not a classic character. Anybody can be a knight. I don't see the reasoning behind it. I particularly don't like the fact that he has a power that says, "You right there, I challenge you to fight," and the person has to respond. That's not how it works. Knights don't have magical abilities to make people fight them. I'm sorry, it bothers me. Then we have a section which is every single major class in the game, and it gives a little blurb about thematic information, and then it gives a new ability for each class. For Barbarian, for example, has a rage ability which kicks in once they get down to half hit points. They don't turn it on by themselves. It kicks in automatically. It's the Hulk concept. You don't want to make me mad kind of thing. Gives a bonus to strength and to your saves. Hurts your armor class. Doesn't increase your calm, which I like because I don't like phantom hit points. Never have. The Bard ability is called the Bardic Knack. You bored me silly. I don't like bards. The Cleric ability is a spontaneous domain spells, but you have to trade off your spontaneous healing. That's not a good thing. Next we have the Druid, which is the 2 best abilities in the book in my opinion. Spontaneous rejuvenation. You trade off your summon ally to get the ability to heal everyone in your party to a limited extent, which is kind of nice. You can basically grant them fast healing for a very short period of time. And the last ability they get is called Shapeshift. This is a true Shapeshift ability. Starts at 1st level. You become an iconic animal. You change your form, but your type stays the same. You get a bonus to stat. You get a natural attack. You've got different forms as you go up in level. You get to fly. You get to have bigger predator forms. You get to have plant forms and eventually elemental forms. It doesn't have a burrow or a swim form, but I think any competent GM could change that. I think this is an incredibly well-balanced, well-thought-out version of how the Druid should be played as far as a shapeshifter. It is the closest we have ever seen to a true shapeshifter class, and I love it. Next, we have the Favored Soul, which is not something I've ever really been excited about, and this allows you to benefit. Beginning at 3rd level, whenever you have a Favored Soul spell, you can choose any one ally affected by the spell, including yourself, to gain temporary hit points, which is kind of nice, but again, Favored Souls aren't my thing. I like them, but you know, I could see myself playing one, but this alternate class feature isn't really that great. Then we have the Fighters, and the Fighters have a bunch of new abilities. The ability to counterattack, the ability to increase damage if you delay your attack into the round. I think there's a nice flesh out here to give the fighter some bonus, which it needs. And again, then you combine it with some of the feats later in the book I talk about in the next section, you will definitely have a fighter that's going to really rock them and sock them.